Those Moravians. Yeah. You know the doctrines of the Moravian Church are similar to those of other Protestant groups, with special emphasis on the Bible as Christ is the head of the church, of his church, yeah. And on the Christian life, the sacraments of baptism and Holy Communion, Lord's Supper are recognized. Bishops perform ordination of ministers and serve as general spiritual counselors, but generally are not administrators. Yeah. I kind of like these ultra holiness groups. Yeah. The Moravians, the Hutterites in Canada, the Amish in the United States. Yeah. And even though they're not very large denominations, I find that a woman that likes being a mother, yeah, she might be nervous, somewhat timid, pooch, but that doesn't make her a good mom. Now, let's say I made all the decisions because I'm the head, and I made all these volunteers have sex with women that they find unattractive. Yeah, wouldn't it wouldn't be very good, would it? Now, it seemed to me that there are certain individuals in the community that said, well, we're going to do this my way. And that's the only way we're going to do it. And you're not going to stimulate your sexual nerve endings because I'm going to be the head of the church. Hmm, big problem. See, there's probably 20 to 30 women that I would like to interview. Yeah. How would you like to volunteer to work in the office? Yeah. And I know who they are. Yes. But my thought was that I only have sex with beautiful women. So let's say you volunteered to get weatherized. Yeah. And there's 6 different locations throughout the world where I wanted to put in what is called a health camp. Yes. It's there so that you can tan your whole body. Yeah. You can kind of spend 3 months, yes, with other women becoming beautiful. Now, approximately 6,000 women, yes, every 3 to 6 months are going to be beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. But that doesn't mean I'm having sex with all of them. I wanted to offer them jobs working in my office. Yes, the office is where they wear clothing. Oh. And then there's 6,000 men because every time a woman is beautiful, a man is handsome. See, the thought was if I was to take the availability, yes, of desert regions throughout the world, and I put in a special place where you could be handsome and beautiful, yes, I'd have available what could be 12,000, 48,000 possible employees every year that could work for me in my clothed offices doing my clothed work. Yes. Now, for those that did want to be employees that want to come to work, yes, I would say, well, you're employed because of your strengths, yes, and your academic background. Oh, and once a month you need to come to work because we really need to connect as employer and employee. Then there are those that would want to volunteer. Now, I don't expect women to have sex with women that they find unattractive. I don't expect them to have sex with women of different ethnicities. So what I ask that you do is you take a picture of yourself in 5 different positions, and then I hand out 100 pictures of naked women to those that I do have sex with, and I ask them, who do you find attractive? Now, see, there's this idea of being the head. I'm the head of the conception of any baby. Yes, but that doesn't mean I'm the head. What it means is that there is the availability of other persons that are educated, making decisions. Yes, about what we do as a family. Now, in your family, you might have what's known as the head. Yes, a superhuman being that has no morality. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. I'll give you an example. Let's say I were the President of the United States, President Paul C. Budnick, yes, elected to office. And I have this big table known as the cabinet, and around that table sit what's called secretaries. Yes. Now they're each appointed to manage a different department of the United States. And there could be 10 to 15 of them. I don't know the exact number of departments of the United States executive branch. Yeah. but every one of them is educated. Now, as a president, I can ask any of the cabinet members, we have this particular problem in a department. Do any of you have any good ideas on how to fix the problem? Now, you would think that only the secretary of that department would have all the answers for the individual department. But the probability or the problem is, yes, is that the person that actually is the secretary of the department doesn't have the answer. Now, all these very educated people can give an answer to the problem, but I, as the president, have to decide which of the answers we are going to use for the individual problems of that department. Yeah. Now, some people would say, well, he's the president. He's got to have the answer to every problem of the nation. The problem with this idea of knowing the answer to every question, yes, is it devalues, it discounts, it negates the idea of working with very educated persons that are appointed to office. Yes, because each one of them, when hearing what the question is, yes, they could all have a good idea. Now, I don't expect to manage my family without the input of educated women that volunteer. Now, if you could call the Amish for me, I thought that there was the possibility that somebody had a little sea serpent eat us, eat them. Ow! That was very religious in their approach to Christianity. And then for all those women that happen to be ultra holiness, yes, very nervous, timid women, very quiet, that are fertile. How would you like to decide which women, yes, that I would ask to interview, yes, because of you finding them attractive? Now, we had this problem called, you're going to do it the way I say, yes, and I'm the superior, and this is how this works. Right. And I'm going to make all the decisions for everybody instead of using the availability of the different perceptions of the persons that should be able to speak, yes, about how to fix a problem. Now, I I really think that if you are going to have sex with somebody, you should find them attractive. And I should not make you have sex with anybody unless you thought, well, oh, you said that fat, ugly women have to get fucked. Oh, excuse me. Oh, the fat, ugly women that I have to. Oh, you know, there's this idea of the fat, ugly women. Yes. I would not expect any very beautiful woman to have. Well, for every fat, ugly woman, that's